Welcome students to Chapter 2, Mauritius, Standard 9, English Literature, Chapter 2, Part 6. In the previous videos, you saw about the activities the people enjoyed doing there, the way they entertained themselves, isn't it? They like to have all the water sports were very common in the region there. The people were scared of certain things. All this you notice. Now let us see what the author has to tell us more about this place. Here you can see the beach in Mauritius, and this is the sunset time, and this is Mauritius tourism. My wife and I not being aquatic. What is aquatic? What is aquatic? What is an aquarium? Where fish stays, yes. We watch with amusement and avidity the tourists from all parts of the world extracting every bit of fun that the magnificent beach could yield. So all the tourists who came here in Mauritius, that means a lot of tourists were there in the place. He saw that they all took maximum enjoyment to make the best. Amusement means delight. Avidity means enthu and eagerness. What did they do? Taking out all the beautiful things that they can from the beach. In fact, what it means is they enjoyed themselves thoroughly by participating in the various water sport activities and enjoyed being in the beaches and making the best use of water and sunlight. We step into a glass-bottomed boat carefully without getting our feet wet and go on a cruise to observe submerged coral reefs and marine life. He said, no, we are not aquatic. That means he was not ready to get into the water like the fish. So he preferred going in a cruise, that is a ship or a boat-like structure, into which you can sit without getting your legs wet. You can go on the water and observe everything that is around you. Submerged underwater. I see seashells on yellow sands. To start with, little undefinable creatures, stray bits of seaweed float by. Seaweed is the grass and things that grows on the sea. Alarmed crabs scurry for shelter. Alarmed crabs means when they hear the noise of the boat or something coming, they quickly scurry means hurry, run. Then comes the skeleton-like formation of coral. The sea deepens, pale green bushes, slimy white bobs big as pumpkins. The lobsters slithering, snaking forms. Slithering, moving smoothly over a surface with a twisting motion. So what did he see? He saw the crab. He saw some lobsters in the water. Here you have crab, seashells and lobster. As the boat moves further into the sea below turns eerie. Eerie, frightening. Among the jagged rocks, the coral jungle becomes dense and huge and is draped with a brownish moss. You have outside green patches like that. There it seems brown. I see shapeless, ugly creatures crawling in the dark depths of the sea covers. He was not fascinated. I feel unblinking eyes are watching us from below the giant mushroom-like growth all over. Headless animals pretending to be plants, stuck in one place, sway from side to side. Sway means keep moving in a ghostly manner. A cold shiver runs down my spine. What is cold shiver? When you're very scared, you feel something happens to you in the spine. You feel really very scared. So he was feeling that somebody is watching them through the giant mushroom from there. They were headless animals and they were pretending as if they were plants. These were his thoughts. All of a sudden, standing out against the darkness, a school of fish. What do you mean by a school of fish? Were the fish going to school? It's a collective noun. Very good. Colored bright lemon yellow with black bars all along their side, pass majestically by cheering up the whole world of overwhelming gloom. Overwhelming, submerging. Everything looked so dark underneath. It was so dingy, dark, dingy. There was no, under the sea it was looking like as if they were going through something dark. And whenever there is darkness, it is associated with fear. So he was saying in that, this fish, when they were passing like a group over there, and they were of lemon yellow color, it was looking, they were cheering the entire place. Further on, I see the coral branches tipped with a peculiar light. Blue light like hundreds of candles dying out. Plenty of colors now. Violet, yellow, pink, green, postbox red. Now if you have seen the postbox, you will know what he means by postbox red. Fishes with hideous spikes all over their body. Fishes with long tails. Fishes with battered faces. All of them with the damned look of condemned souls. Criss-cross our path in a weird twilight against a nightmarish landscape. I'll read it again, children. Fishes with hideous spikes all over their body. Hideous spikes, extremely ugly lines drawn all over their body. Fishes with long tails. Fishes with battered faces. If somebody keeps beating you again and again, what will happen to your face? It will become swollen out of shape. All of them with the damned look of condemned souls. Criss-cross our path in a weird twilight against a nightmarish landscape. We'll see the meanings of these words. Spikes are sharp pointed pin-like structures. Battered is repeatedly hit with hard blows. Damned, cursed. Condemned, punished. Weird is queer or strange. Nightmarish is frightening or unpleasant dream. So it was all different kinds of fishes. Now again you will notice that we say fish, the plural is fish. Then how are we saying fishes? Because here the varieties are different. One with long tails, one with battered faces. So they are a different group of fish and hence we are calling them fishes. Fastening my seatbelt, preparing for my return flight, I vaguely think of the future of Mauritius. He has had his time in Mauritius. So now the author is back where? Onto the flight. He's putting his seatbelt, fastening his seatbelt in the plane, in the aircraft of course. He vaguely means uncertainly, he's thinking about the future of Mauritius. Will it be able to preserve its pristine charm? It has no population problem now with its 850,000 people evenly spread over. There is hardly any unemployment question yet. People seem to live fairly well at all levels. So these were his observations. What did he see? No population problem. They were well spread out. There was no unemployment problem. And he found that all of them seemed to be happy at all levels. The government is aware of all these advantages, but seems to feel a certain nervousness about an economy so dependent basically on a single commodity, sugar. So it is eager to have foreign entrepreneurs start their industries there. Now what has happened? What did you study of? Which is the most important export here you can have? Sugar. Because you saw so many sugarcane fields. So there is other than sugar they are not growing anything else. Other than sugarcane, nothing else they are growing. So the economy, the government is nervous about this dependency on a single economy. So it's very happy to have foreign entrepreneurs come here and start their industries. Commodity is a raw material or agricultural product that can be bought or sold. Entrepreneurs are persons who make money by starting a new business. With industrial growth, the living space will shrink. Now, if people come from foreign countries, settle there, start some new industries, what will happen? More people will come, more population, places will shrink. Cars and trucks will increase, obviously. Roads will have to be widened to take the load. The price of the land will go up and flats will appear. Cost of living, pollution, unemployment, slums, taxation, controls. Oh, all these thoughts come to me from force of habit. So he is a very analytical person and therefore he is thinking in all these lines. So he is putting up, if people come, this will happen, more land will be occupied, then you will need more vehicles, things like that. So he's saying all this I am doing due to force of habit. Enlightened people can of course guide themselves away from such evils and still preserve this paradise on earth. So he's saying, if you're an enlightened soul, if you know to limit your needs, if you are happy and content with what you have, the same place can become a paradise on earth. Paradise, heaven. I turn hopefully to the window for clouds to entertain me. What does he look to the window for? Thinking there'll be clouds and he'll get entertained by it. But the sun has set. It is dark outside and I shall be in India in a few hours. So the author R.K. Lakshman has completed his trip to Mauritius. He is returning back with so many questions on his mind and looking outside to see if the clouds will entertain him, but realizes the sun has already set, it is dark, and a few hours from where he was, he will be returning, he'll be back in India. We have completed the explanation of this chapter. I'm sure all of you have understood. We will just take up the summary of this video and a few questions. Tourists, amusements, observations of marine life, the variety of fishes, return journey of the author, and the author's concern about the future of Mauritius. This is what we have done in this particular video. Let us see the questions. What would be the future of Mauritius be as opined by the author? What were the different thoughts that crossed the author's mind when he was returning to India? Who are entrepreneurs? Which thoughts disturb the author the most? Which place is paradise on earth? I'm sure, children, you all have understood this lesson very well. All the questions at the end of the exercise have been put through. I'm sure with reading these videos in parts, understanding them, you will be able to answer all the questions. If you have any difficulties, you can always check by going through the videos again and again. Thank you very much, students. Thank you.